Now, live from the Blind Ninja Studios in Western Wisconsin, a show with no purpose, hosted by experts at drinking, and they're almost definitely wearing pants. It's time for the Department of Offense. Welcome to episode 206 of the Department of Offense. I'm your host, Casey. Joining me as always is Carlos and Matt.
Hey.
And special guest, Julia.
Hello.
And then, I'm your host, Casey. You guys knew that. All right. So before we get too deep here, I want to give a shout out to our patrons. If you'd like to become a patron, head on over to patreon.com/blindstudios and become a patron today. Even $1 a month really helps us out. So go and do that. But you guys got $1. I would say take it away from your favorite bartender, but don't do that because Matt would get mad at me if I said that. So.
I didn't hear a thing.
All right, Carlos, what have you been up to the past, 2 weeks? Because we did not record last week. Last week was the 4th of July weekend, right?
Yeah.
I'm muted. Yep, you're still muted.
You muted me. God damn it, Casey.
I figured we'd start off the show that way because that's where we usually want to end the show.
So, my whole, when I said I was here, nothing. There's just nothing, huh?
Yeah.
I see.
Actually, we got a bunch of really good feedback on that.
Oh, yeah.
People are like, oh, yeah, no, don't let him talk anymore.
All right, I see how it is. Let's see. We recorded after Crash Bandicoot, right?
We did not record.
Oh, we did not.
Yeah.
Oh, so we did our Crash Bandicoot live play, and that was great.
Well, that was a thing that happened.
Was it great? So that was 4th of July weekend, Saturday, and
Saturday night. Yep, we did 15 shots in an hour.
Well, Friday night, the night before, Matt and I put hours into making a Crash Bandicoot mask. That's pretty awesome.
No, yeah, your guys' arts and crafts night. I was jealous. I missed it. It looked like a lot of fun.
And then
your date didn't go well.
No, it did not.
And then let's see, Crash Bandicoot was fun. We had we did the same mix drink as before.
Yeah, we did Aku Aku Punch.
Yeah.
And our shot was peach vodka and
mango
vodka and
tropical Red Bull.
All right, okay.
And we did a bunch of those.
Yeah, I don't remember anything after that.
We finished that bottle before an hour and a half into the game.
Yeah, that was a bad
But
night.
What's good is we know that we are not terrible at the game. They made the game harder.
Well, to be fair, we are terrible at the game.
And we were very drunk.
We don't know how terrible we are at the game until we play the original one on PlayStation.
I came back the next day and all right, I gotta get through that fucking level that we were stuck on, and I did. And that night when we played on this one level over and over again. Every time, if we all failed on the same level once, we all did the shot, and then we kept going, and that's what killed us.
Yeah, well, so...
And then eventually we gave up and just moved to Crash Bandicoot 2. That did not help.
Yeah, we made the rules when we did our warped run.
Yeah,
Crash Bandicoot warped one. We were able to make it through the entire game.
Yeah, we were.
In about 6 to 8 hours, I think. It was something like that. And
still, we weren't even that drunk in that amount.
Yeah, no, yeah, and we were doing tequila shots every time.
We finished a world,
or every time we finished a world, or at every boss, after every boss, and then every time we all died on a single level,
which
very rarely happened. So we're like, all right, we're going to institute the same rules for this run because those rules worked. It was awesome.
And then level 3 came and shot.
It was like the song.
Yep, it was just like that song.
They were about as fast too.
Yeah, I had to come back the next morning and it took me even sober, it took me 3-4 game overs just to get through that level.
You said it took you a half hour.
And I figured out though that the whole time we're trying to time the jumping on the boxes, just hold X button down, it just does it for you.
Our timing was great.
Yeah, we did not have to time our jumps.
But also this week, what happened was Games Done Quick, which you finally introduced me to. You've been talking about it all the time. But I finally watched it with you guys last night. And I missed the entire week.
They're all up on YouTube, though.
Still, it's not as fun as watching it
live.
I don't want to go look up something on YouTube and just watch it.
Well, I watched the Mario run this morning, and that was super cool. They did they called it a relay. So it was the Mario relay, Mario no warping relay. So they played through the first 5 Mario games in sequence. And like they couldn't use any like whistle warps in Mario 3 or like the pipe warps in the first Mario Brothers game. Took them 3 hours to burn through those games, and it was incredibly close the entire time. The winner and the second place came within 40 seconds of each other at the end of the game, and it bounced around a bunch, like who was in the lead and stuff.
That was cool. And then like they did Zelda last night. We saw a little bit of that, and like for the new Zelda game, and that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, that in what
we watched the whole thing.
Minutes?
It's 45 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
They pulled some crazy shit off in that.
Yeah. I missed the second half of that, I think, because I think we were recording during that.
Yep. And then you missed the first half of Portal, but you saw the last half. So
yeah,
we'll just say that. Portal was really cool because it was a solo co-op.
Yeah. It was
and
Portal 2.
Me and Carlos were talking like, how the fuck does solo co-op work? And then we see that he has both sides of the keyboard, where he's playing one character and the other character in co-op. So like you have to work with yourself on the entire thing,
which works better than playing with the person.
Yes, it does.
It's a really complicated way of playing with yourself.
But then like he'd run out of the gate and shoot something up here, shoot something up there, and it'd be at the end of the game. I'm like, how the fuck? What? Yeah,
don't understand.
I don't know.
Yeah, but both of all the runs last night had really good people on the as commentators, because you'll get some years where the commentators suck and they don't explain what's going on.
Earthbound was one of the coolest things I've seen in a long time. I'm really impressed with that soundtrack, and I'm surprised I've never heard of that game either. They're all helping the one guy with the one part of it, and to donate money towards everything. It was like name each character in the game what you want it to be. Finally figured out what Fuzzy Pickles was. Did you?
No, I did not.
So every time like the little guy with the beard comes down in the game, they take a picture. So there's 32 of them throughout the whole game. Right. So every time that guy came down to take a picture in the game, they took a picture outside the game, and everybody had to yell Fuzzy Pickles. Right. So there's 32 Fuzzy Pickles. We were sitting there like, what the fuck does Fuzzy Pickles mean? Why are they talking about this? That's what it meant. The music in that, amazing.
Earthbound is an amazing game. It's ridiculous.
I was really surprised how entertaining that was.
It's also great to see whenever they run Chrono Trigger. They ran Chrono Trigger this weekend. It was
great. Chrono Trigger is a great. Like the Super Nintendo had some of the best RPGs ever on it. It's a stupidly good console. Though I don't think Earthbound's on the HD SNES that they're doing,
which is stupid. Because like it should be.
So you know how Nintendo released a limited edition of the NES that had like HDMI and stuff and just a bunch of emulation stuff. Well, they're doing the same thing with the Super Nintendo.
Already sold out pre-orders.
Yep. Yeah, immediately. Like
which was the problem with the NES one, was that there wasn't enough to make demand.
Well, and it's not like they can't make more. Like that's the fucking problem with Nintendo. They're like, yeah, we're gonna make this thing, but only make 5 of them.
Yeah, our Wii U's are failing incredibly, but we'll only make 5 of these.
But there's this one thing that everybody wants. You 5.
Yeah,
just 5.
Yeah.
Same thing with like all those amiibos that they like get sold out because people buy them up so they can resell them on YouTube.
Well,
eBay.
The best part about the amiibos is you can now just buy basically a blank RFID card.
Yeah.
And just code it with the.
And I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
Because fuck that.
Well, yeah, I don't want to spend $600 on amiibos just to get some items in a Zelda game.
As much as I want like a cranky Luigi one in a Mario Kart, I just don't have it.
Yeah.
I don't have the money to spend $100 on eBay.
Well, and then what do you do with all of the little plastic statues that you have? Like where the fuck do you put all these toys?
I don't know.
You're an adult. You don't have that much space for toys.
I don't know. Let's see. Yeah,
that's why I got rid of Loot Crate.
Me too, man.
I only wanted the T-shirts. I could care less about all the rest of the shit in there.
I have like a shelf full of toys now, and I'm like, what do I do with this?
All right.
But yeah, Games Done Quick was like what I did all week. I think they hit like $1.8 million.
Yeah, something like that. It's a summer Games Done Quick record.
Yeah.
I think the record for
all the money went to Doctors Without Borders.
Yep. Yeah.
Nice.
So a good cause, fun event. It's held in Minneapolis every year.
We got another
cool.
6 months to wait till the next one.
Yeah, January is the next one with
Yeah.
awesome games done quick. I don't know why they don't do winter games done quick. but-
I'm really glad because I shouldn't be working at that time, so I should be able to have a whole week off again where I can just watch it.
Fuck you. Just fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because this last one you had quit your job right before.
Yeah, and like I was still trying to get a job. Like eventually, I just gave up and just was.
So I'd go to work. Carlos is on the couch watching Awesome Games Done Quick. I come home. Carlos is on the couch watching Awesome Games Done Quick. Did you move? I went and got food.
I had so much buffalo wings delivered to the place. It was great.
Just stacks of Dominoes.
It was Carbonius at the
Oh,
time.
okay. All right. Well, that's a little better.
Yeah.
Matt, what have you been up to, man?
Nothing, but I saw Baby Driver and it was amazing.
Yeah? I really want to see Spider-Man.
I want to see Baby Driver again because it was amazing.
That's the Edgar Wright one, right?
Yep.
And no connection to the Cornetto trilogy, right?
Nope.
Okay. So just kind of one of the
This
things.
was his passion project, I guess.
All right, if you had to sum up Baby Driver in 2 sentences.
Amazing soundtrack, high action, car driving better than Fast and Furious.
Okay, well, that was 4-sentence fragments. We'll count
Okay.
it.
Million times better than Fast and
You
Furious.
just compose that sentence out of semicolons, and nobody knows. Nobody's gonna know
It's true.
otherwise.
It's true. It's true.
Nobody actually knows how to use a semicolon properly, so they'll be like, "Oh yeah, no, that's correct. Yeah, that's
The-
the right way to do it."
The coolest part about the entire thing, so Baby always has earbuds in during the film, and everybody's always pissed at him. He's like, "Is he even fucking listening to anything?" And then he's like, "Blah blah 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 blah." That's what we're doing. And they're like, "Oh, I guess he is listening." But like, there's always scenes where like one earbud comes out and you like hear the conversations going on out here, but you also hear the music in the far background of
Okay.
the entire show. And then the moment the movie solidified me was like the first 20 minutes when he goes and meets the girl in the movie, and her name is Deborah. And she's like, "Well, the only Deborah song there is the one by Beck, and it's really good." And he's like, "Oh, I never heard that one. The only one I know is by Trex, and which is T-Rex." And so then they have a mutual moment over the songs Deborah, and they're in the laundromat, and then Deborah by T-Rex is playing, and it's like amazing. It's so good.
I heard a lot of it was kind of shot like almost like a music video style.
In ways, yes,
Yeah.
for sure. Oh god, it's so much fun.
Yeah,
And-
Edgar Wright's one of those directors where I'll just see anything he does.
Right.
He's so good.
And then fucking John Hamm in there, and Jamie Foxx, and it was just everything about it was just so much fun. Kevin Spacey.
Kind of bummed we never got the Edgar Wright Ant-Man because I think that would have been
That would have been
amazing.
really cool. Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with the one that we got. Like Paul Rudd is amazing in it, and it's a
But
fun
seeing
movie.
Edgar
but
Wright
yeah,
direct Paul Rudd would be even better.
yep.
I was really hoping though, like Nick Frost would just make a random appearance, even if it's a cameo in this one. But,
Yeah. Frost and Peg. Like if it's
Yeah.
if Edgar Wright's doing something, they're usually somewhere.
Right. But nope, that didn't happen. Either way, though, seriously, go see Baby Driver.
You've seen Spaced, right?
Yep.
Okay. All
It's good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. All right. Well, Julia, do you want to say anything about how your week's been going?
What's up in your life, Jules?
I sell beer to people.
Oh yeah, she's basically the new and improved Miles.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. Very true.
Sorry, Miles, if you're listening.
Hey, you didn't leave a bicycle in our backyard.
It's still there. Still
Speaking
there.
of which,
Does
Miles, come
anybody
on,
want
get
a
your bicycle.
It's back there.
Come on, Miles. I know you're listening.
Well, I got to sit at Matt's pool for 2 days straight, which was pretty cool. 2 days in a row.
It's a long time to sit at a pool.
Okay, it wasn't 2 days straight. But the first day was like 8 hours straight,
It's perfect.
pretty much. It was great. Yes,
Matt's pool is the place to be in the summer.
it is.
From what I've heard. I mean, I've never been invited. So
I mean, we aren't there right now either, is the thing.
no, we're not because there's like we've tried to float the recording equipment, but something about electricity and water doesn't quite
We'll
mix.
figure it
one-
out.
The
Just
one
gotta
that
try it
we
a couple
do
more
for
times.
BNS Plays, we could sit in the middle of like the table out there. just sit around. But
Well, yeah, but how you gonna get the microphone out there?
the one that we put it for BNS plays, just set it in the middle of the table, and
I'm still like I don't. Yeah, but see, you don't have to buy the re-buy the microphone.
it's
after it
not
falls
going in the
pool.
water. We have a table outside the water, like a communal table.
Oh, okay. I figured we would just like float the table in the middle. And
I
we'd
mean,
all
we
just
can
be
do that
inner tubes.
too.
Also, we're handing controllers back and forth, so there's another issue.
There's a lot of room.
Unless we
We
just
are
do
playing
like
BNS plays in the pool.
we could do a like a Connect game.
Hey, I got that projector. I got a projector.
Oh yeah.
We could play a video game out in my yard.
I don't know. Well, maybe, man. Yeah, we could. we'll talk.
Okay, sounds
We'll
good.
talk.
Sounds good.
So I can shoot on your ideas off air instead of on air.
Okay, sounds good. Shun!
Shun the non-believer. Shun him. Shun him. Sorry, I went into Charlie for a minute. Anyway, what have I been doing this week? Well, I mean, 4th of July, I had to work on the 3rd. But instead of doing most of my work, I just watched Summer Games Done Quick, which was pretty great. Then the 4th, I just kind of drank all day, I think. I went and visited Matt at work on the 4th. That was fun. Brewed a beer, like one does. And then, man, otherwise it's just been hanging out all week.
Well,
I did a disc golf tournament yesterday. Totally forgot about that.
How was that?
It was fun. I didn't get last. I got 3rd to last. So, I'll take it. It's pretty great.
I saw him in the picture, but I didn't see you.
He wasn't there.
No, I
I
was
don't know
there
why
for
he
the,
would be
we
in the
played
picture.
frisbee golf, but like I wasn't there for the tournament.
Oh, yeah. Last
You
night we
guys,
did.
after y'all warmed up, we played some frisbee golf, and then like
I was
lost.
real drunk when we were playing last night.
My Thor throws weren't working for me.
Yes,
Nope.
you were.
Yeah, it was. I was hammered. But yeah, no, it was. I don't know, it was a good time. I was kind of bummed that they didn't have. They promised us crowlers, but something happened with their crowler machine where they weren't able to get labels or something.
Their labels
You
are
don't
out.
need labels.
That's what I said.
They
Got a
do-
Sharpie.
I
but
think legally
it's
they have
legally,
to have
yeah.
the labels. I know.
It's bullshit.
It
Bunch
is.
of bullshit. Well, and the craziest thing is, so Oscar Blues owns the patent for crowler machines.
Really?
Yep. So the only crowlers and the crowler labels that you can buy come from Oscar Blues.
Really?
So if they're backed up, you can't get anything.
That is interesting.
Yeah,
That's real?
Wow.
that's real. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Oscar
Huh.
Blues owns the patent on crowlers.
Okay.
So that one size sticker.
Well, I'm sure you could probably fit another size sticker on it, but they're the only ones that are doing it right now. Like somebody like GrogTag or something needs to get in on it, but I don't know what it takes for like to get TTB approval and all that. I'm sure there's a bunch of legal hoops to jump through. But yeah, no, yeah, crowlers, they all come from the same place, which I always thought was interesting.
Oh, you also bought on the Thursday before 4th of July. I mean, the Monday, July 3rd. You bought me all my Mojito Monday stuff,
Yes, I did,
except
except for the mint.
for the mint.
I couldn't find any. Okay, I'm sorry.
There was no mint in River Falls that day.
There
This is
wasn't.
sad.
It was
You
really
can't say
weird.
that. You
There
didn't go
is
to the
no.
co-op.
There was no mint.
You didn't go to the
Maybe at
co-op.
the co-op.
Well, yeah.
Nobody goes to the co-op.
Nobody goes to co-op.
Smells like patchouli.
I was not going to go to the co-op because my hands, I could barely feel them because I juiced so many limes, just so many.
Okay, first of all, you only juiced 12 because that's all I bought you.
Yeah, and I want to get lime as I could, so like I kept juicing till there's nothing coming out.
That's 24 halves. That's a lot of. It's a lot of juicing.
24 halves. Yeah, but it's only 12 limes.
24
Not even
juicing.
a bushel. Just a dozen.
I don't know. But yeah, it was all made without mint then.
Yeah, but it's 48
If I
quarters.
touched some orange juice in there, that worked out.
It's not even close to mint, but okay.
No, it's not. But it was something else for flavor.
Well, you needed some, but
And we had to get rid of some of that orange
no,
juice.
but
because it was
the
from-
thing was there wasn't enough orange juice in there because it just tasted like limeade.
Yeah.
Like,
Gross.
it was just a gallon of
I was
limeade.
just gonna say, is that bad? That's fine.
I can't stand limeade from high school.
What'd you do?
It
in high
needed
school
more
that you
sugar.
hated?
Tequila
Did you put
shots
any
and
sugar in
limeade
it?
I
chasers.
didn't want to put too much sugar in. I was fine with that.
Now when I smell limes and limeade, it's just kind of this background thought in my head.
I
like,
did
nope.
mix it with Red Bull at one point, and that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Limeade and Red Bull.
I should probably go grab those beers.
Yes, actually, you should. That is a good plan. So while Carlos is doing that, we should talk about something else. Matt's drinking Phillips vodka. That's a thing.
No, I'm drinking water.
They look the same.
We should be getting our bottle order in this week.
Of
Beer bottles. Empty beer
Oh,
bottles.
All right, good. The ones that I keep filling and then not drinking.
Because how many do you have here right now?
Last count there was like 400 some filled bottles.
So you need more bottles?
The problem is I hate bottling. I don't want any more bottles.
But
Fuckers need to keep drinking, so I could just keg everything, please.
so let everyone know at Divine we're having a BNS party sometime
Yeah. Well, I
to
gotta
drink
figure.
over 400 bottles of beer.
Yeah, we're actually gonna play a game
400
called
bottles
400
of
bottles
beer
of beer
on
on the wall.
400 bottles of beer. Take one down. We pass it around. We got 399 bottles of beer on the wall. Oh, overhyped.
It's overrated. It's
Oh,
not overhyped.
overrated. It's still overhyped.
I know.
It says
That's
hype
why.
on the
That's
back.
why I gave you sampling glasses, Matt, so you don't have to drink an entire beer.
I haven't had this one yet.
So, what is the deal with our
All right,
beer tasting?
So we are doing East first West, and these beers were supplied by a listener. Shout outs to Kevin. He met up with me. He's like, hey, I wanna help you guys out. What can I do? And it's like, oh, get us some beers. So he gave us a West Coast and an East Coast IPA.
Why is overrated one of them?
Overrated is a West Coast style IPA,
Okay.
and it's what he could find.
Okay.
So we've done a lot of talking about the differences between coastal IPAs. So English or East Coast IPAs, you get more of a malt balance. So they're a little bit more malt forward, and they're not quite as, for lack of a better word, dank. The West Coast, super just very hop forward, and we're gonna see if that holds up.
One problem is we have a double IPA and a normal IPA.
I know there's a lot of problems here. Our West Coast IPA is coming from Minneapolis, so there's a lot of problems here, but we're gonna get close, okay?
See, I'm not even worried about the Midwest. I'm like, one's a double and one's a single.
See, I was worried about the other part, but I think it'll be fun, and
I'll be
hopefully
worried.
we'll learn something.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Well, I know you won't learn anything.
This is not the show to learn
Do,
stuff.
do, 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 do.
Good
All right, I'm not gonna open these, Carlos. Give me some of yours.
All right, here you go.
call. All right, so the double or the East Coast IPA is coming from White Birch Brewing in New Hampshire. It is a double IPA coming in at 9.2%, so real sessionable,
Oh, the East Coast one's the double IPA?
Yeah, because Surly's from Minneapolis.
Yep. So our West Coast IPA, we're using.
Sorry, that I didn't mean to make that.
Yeah, our West Coast IPA is Surly Overrated. Their West Coast style IPA comes in at 7.3%. So really on that border of double IPA. Anyway, they're from Surly Brewing here in Minnesota. All right, so some notes on the overrated. It's been said it's easier to brew an extremely hoppy beer than an extremely balanced beer. And you know us, we are always looking for the easy way out. So we jumped on the West Coast IPA bandwagon and brewed this dry hoppy ale. Surly's a little bit of a one-trick pony. They just brew gimmick beers. And maybe we are overrated, but at the end of the day, it's just a beer. So if you like it, great. So do we. If you only liked us when we were small, then leave this one on the shelf. Let one of the fanboys grab it. And then I don't really have any notes on this double IPA. It's unfiltered. I'll see if I can find anything on their website.
It has some white birch trees on its label because it's from White Birch Brewing.
Where did he find this?
It was at a local. He lives on the other side of the cities, so it was at a local liquor store there that he found. All right, so let's start with the Surly, and we'll talk about that first. Then we'll talk about the double IPA, and we'll kind of compare them that way.
I've personally never been a fan of overrated.
Have you found it overrated?
Yep.
That's good.
Most Surly's I do, so
Wait, is it overrated or is it overhyped?
overrated, I think, right? Overrated.
All right.
All right, Carlos, what do you think about overrated?
Honestly, I kind of want more hop flavor in there. Like I don't know, it's just not strong enough hop flavor in there for me.
I agree. Usually Surly has more of a bite.
We're about 2 months out from the can date, so that might have something. Shit. Yeah, I think I have these right now.
My neighbor just texted me that are you outside in a new caddy outside of our apartment?
Oh, you got a caddy, man?
I guess I do. But no, I told her no, and she's always, never mind some sketchy people on our back deck. Big black caddy bouncing tune and some goofy looking folks on our deck. That's kind of creepy.
Oh, but at first they thought
why
that
are there
you were...
folks on my deck?
Wait,
I don't want folks on my
deck. At first
deck.
they thought that you were one of the creepy dudes.
Well, I mean, look at Matt.
I'm pretty creepy.
Yeah,
He's
pretty
a creepy
sketchy.
dude. He's just sketch as fuck, man.
Sketch!
Nobody knows what and like nobody knows what his shirt says. So there you go.
What does his shirt say?
Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's got all the people from Cowboy Bebop.
Those are not those letters.
Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, in the middle. Yeah, but what's all the squiggles above and below?
Cowboy Bebop.
Right, they have it.
Okay, first of all, I feel like you just added syllables to the end of those words.
I did not.
Yeah, no, you said cowboy, and then you were like bapu. All right, be bapu.
That's an E. That's an O. That's a U. That's a ka. That's a B. That's a ba. And that's a poo. And this little symbol is bapu.
So if I just made that one symbol and showed it to somebody, they would know to show me to the bathroom.
No. That is called a toide. Toide.
Yeah, but I have to poo.
Toilet. Toide.
But poo.
Toide.
Poo.
No. They will not know what that is.
That's what the baño is.
That would not work either.
No.
El baño?
El baño. One of these days we'll get around to watching that shit. Oh, I'm not done with it.
What show?
Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought we had changed.
But yeah, beer.
Beer.
That's
Yeah,
right.
let's talk beer.
Ugh.
So what's Matt think of that beer?
All right, well,
I don't
no,
like
let's,
Surly.
let's.
I did that.
Okay, all right. And Matt doesn't like Surly. Julia, thoughts?
It's not too bad. I would probably drink it like if I was out all day. It's kind of more sessionable than I was expecting from Surly
Okay.
as an IPA.
Yeah, I can see
usually-
that.
7.3% not sessionable.
No, definitely not sessionable.
Taste sessionable.
Oh, okay.
Crushable,
All right.
not sessionable.
There you go.
Yeah. So this being 2 months old, I'm trying to separate that out a little bit because there's a
I
lot.
really don't think the taste tastes that much 2 months.
No,
earlier.
it doesn't like the aroma has
Yeah.
dropped because I've had this beer fresh and you get a lot of pine and resin characters. There's not a whole lot of citrus. At least I don't find a whole lot of citrus in this. Just very piney, and the taste now it's very piney.
True.
You get those like traditional West Coast hops, and we've talked about this before, like that early 2000s to like 2010.
Yeah, we did have that one on the show that,
Yep.
and we're like, we're used to these big citrus.
Yeah, these big citrus bombs.
Yeah, the juiciness and yeah.
Yeah, and so this definitely follows into that like old school West Coast style, where it's very hop forward, but they're the piney, resiny hops versus the citrus, with citrus and melon and tropical fruit characters that we're used to now, which I definitely prefer, hands down. Though I did make my double IPA in the West Coast style, and it's good. Like I like it's nice. It's like that throwback. Like if you got like a throwback Mountain Dew, these are the throwback IPAs, man. So, all right, Carlos, give me a number on this overrated.
I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
So you're saying this is pretty close to the throwback style of,
I think so, yeah.
so then we'll go in the 8, even though I hate it.
All right,
I'm giving it an 8 because I didn't like that last one either. is the
that's
thing.
true. Yeah, you don't like that style.
So that means this is really close to that style.
This is out of 10, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Yep.
RFPD are on it.
On what?
The people at my patio.
Tell Spencer I said hi.
I'd probably give it a 6.5 as well.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a 7. Just
Just gonna give it that thump up because of the age.
well, not necessarily because of the age. It's like it tastes like a surly beer.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
And I don't know if it's their yeast or something in their process, but there's very few of their beers that I can sit down and enjoy. Extra Citra is one of them that I really like. The Surly Hell, I can drink that all day. But they're like the Furious and the Overrated, and
I think their sales have gone like buy 2 kegs, get this amount of things free or whatever, and just trying
Well,
to-
people are mad at Surly for getting rid
selling
of
out.
those
Oh,
two
getting rid
people.
of Todd Haug. Yeah,
True.
Well, his wife and then
yeah. Well,
yeah.
they fired his wife.
Yep.
And then they were surprised when he quit.
Right. So people are mad at Surly. I'm one of those people.
Do they have a good reason to get rid of his wife, or
No,
No.
no? So like it's all on them.
no, it's 100% political.
Yeah.
Like, and now Hog's over at Three Floyds,
Yes.
which is why you've been seeing just a shit ton of Three Floyds coming this
Which
way.
is awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Three Floyds is great.
Three
The
Floyds is
options for the specialty beers are kind of low
Except,
right now still.
Can we
but
get rid of Gumball Head, please?
fuck yeah.
I need to never.
There
have
was somebody
another
that came
Gumball
into
Head.
Emma's the other day that insisted that Yum Yum's the grossest thing ever made. And I was
Have
like,
you not had Gumball Head?
and I was like, okay, what would you rather us have, Gumball Head, Yum Yum, or this? I can't remember what the third one is. But you can't get any of the specialty beers unless you buy one of those
Yeah.
3. It's like what Yum Yum is a standard fucking IPA. You have to get one of those 3.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm gonna get Yum Yum.
Yeah,
It's
Yum
your
Yum's
fault
solid.
you missed
I
out
like
on
Yum
fucking
Yum.
Floyd Division. Like
When are you getting some Zombie Dust on tap?
that was our choice. We didn't get Zombie Dust the last time just because a lot of other places in town got
Yeah.
Zombie Dust, so we got Space Station Middle Finger.
Space Station Middle Finger,
And
was
it
good,
was
though.
fucking
I like
Yeah,
delicious.
that was
Yep.
a really good beer.
Zombie Dust just has the name. Like
Yeah,
that's
well,
what's
it's
going
also
for
a
it.
good beer.
It's
though.
really good, but like
it's a very
if
good
everybody else in town has Zombie Dust, why should we get Zombie
beer.
Dust?
Oh
too?
yeah, 100%.
And that's the same. Topple and Goliath. Right now they had not selling kegs to us. They're selling cans and everything. And I'm like, I'm not taking any fucking
No.
cans. So Dusty's gonna let me know when
Say
the
it,
kegs
Toppling
are coming
Glass just
in.
Went to Lee Beverage.
Yep,
Yep.
Lee Beverage. When the kegs actually come in, Dusty's gonna let me know, and I think everybody else in town is gonna get Pseudo Suit, and I'm gonna go for Pompeii because
Fuck
Yeah.
You know where it's at. Well, we've been drinking TG for so
Yeah.
fucking long.
so
We've gotten all. I think we've tried pretty much all their beers on the show.
I was like, Dusty, if any bombers come in, let me know, and we'll debate on it. Bombers will be really hard to sell at Emma's, so I don't think that's gonna happen. But
I'd go into Amazon and drink a bomber.
well, yeah. But
Uh,
we're waiting.
I'll go anywhere for
We're waiting to see
Pompeii,
what the
like-
keg situation is because everybody's on top of fucking Topple and Goliath right now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, well, and they're just finishing up their new brewery, I think.
Yep.
So
hopefully we can get some.
so
stuff
they'll
in.
be able to pull out of Florida.
How cool would it be to walk into Emma's and fucking have Pompeii on tap?
Oh.
I'd be so excited.
Pompeii, like, and if you can get like some of the double IPAs, like
Yeah.
Sosis
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
some shit like that, that'd be awesome.
Once everything kind of filters out there, and
All right. Well, now that we're done sucking off TG, Carlos, what do you think about this? This.
oh,
East
we're on the
Coast?
double still. I don't know why we're comparing a double to a normal, but
we're going coastal because they taste very different.
well, obviously,
Yeah, but it's not just the alcohol sweetness. There's a different we're looking at the hop versus malt balance. That's the big thing you want to be looking for when comparing these two.
well, White Birch is delicious.
I was going to say that does not taste like a double IPA.
Wow,
no,
that's a
Very
9.2%.
Yeah.
Does not
Very
taste like
smooth.
9.
Yeah.
9.2%.
Yeah.
no, Surly the Surly Overrated tastes closer to a double than this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I agree.
Surly over it tastes like a 9.2%.
And this double IPA is going down great.
Very
Wow.
smooth. Very, very smooth.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's not
Very
going to
good.
be a problem later.
This is where it gets dangerous.
Like Darkwing Duck.
Went
dangerous.
danger zone.
Did you find anything on this beer?
Oh yeah, I did. I don't know if I read it yet or not.
I
alright.
don't think so.
Pungent aromas of citrus and fruit with a smooth hop bitterness and finish balanced with a soft malt body. This deceptively smooth beer has a hop flavor that grows over the course of a glass. It's almost too easy to enjoy.
Yeah.
This is the beer that makes me a hop fan. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Best when fresh, this dry hopped, unfiltered beauty is not a beer for extended aging. Cheers, Bill. Bill must be in charge.
What was the brew date
I
on these
really
cans?
do find it fascinating though, like how vastly different, even minus what we just tried in that piney flavor. Like they're trying to do fruity stuff on the West Coast and then the East Coast. Like when you first brought that treehouse down and everything like that, like I'm like, I don't believe you one bit how this can be that different. But like actually tasting the stuff and everything, it's like, how? How do they get this completely different flavor? It doesn't
From
make
the
any
same ingredients.
fucking
It's
sense.
insane.
It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, this also has that kind of like juicy melony
Yeah,
flavor
that
to it.
slight, that like
It's not harsh at all. It's just that nice
no, it's
sweetness.
it's
like,
a soft bitterness.
like when you bite into a thing of watermelon, it just goes down. Oh, it's great.
All right, Carlos, do you have anything you want to say about this beer?
Nothing more. Like it's just really good. Like
Alright.
it's really
Yeah, this
smooth
is
and
awesome.
very easy to drink. This 9.7% was it?
9.2.
9.2.
How
Colored golden,
the fuck is this
available
9.2?
year round.
Can I get it at Emma's?
I don't know where they distribute.
I was gonna say if it's in Minnesota, I don't know.
So
Might
in
not be able
Minnesota,
to
it's
get it
iffy.
here.
Like distribution's weird.
Yeah.
It's by county, so
Yeah,
who knows where they want to
I'd
sell
hate to be a fucking salesman.
it.
Yeah, that's my thoughts too. That's why it was hard for me to get another job.
because you didn't want to be a salesman.
That was basically all the offers I was getting was for sales.
Well, I think we all agree upon this one being fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Well, all right. Does anybody have anything they want to say about it?
No, I hated this beer, Casey.
Alright.
I hated this.
Carlos, start with a
9.2.
score.
Carlos, give me a goddamn score.
I'm
then.
gonna give it a
4. All right.
an 8. I'm gonna give it a.
This is definitely an 8.5.
Yeah, I'm giving
8.25.
Ooh,
Right in between.
Changing it up. I'm gonna
Isn't
give
it
it.
fun trying these like fucking completely different IPAs?
Yeah.
though?
Super
Oh,
good.
like the side by
Love it.
side, like that, because that's what we're gonna talk about next. Is what we think is super different. But anyway, I'm gonna give it an 8. So Carlos, tasting these side by side, would you be able to pick a West Coast style out of a line like?
Like I would be able to tell the difference. I don't think I'd be able to just think, oh, that one's the West Coast.
You got
that
a
one's the
problem
East
there though. West Coast old style, like where you have just tried, or if is it?
West Coast style really hasn't changed much. It's just the hops that have changed. that
Yeah,
they've been using.
But still,
Like if it was a fresher West Coast, maybe I would have been able to
let's
pick
go with a sculpin, just a straight sculpin
Yep.
instead of what we just drank. Would you be able to?
Oh,
distinguish-
100%.
Yeah.
Because Sculpin still has that harsh bitterness.
Yeah, but I'd say sculpin is closer to than overrated, like to
Yeah.
what we're trying to
Yeah.
describe here.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like so, like for me, West Coast, there's a crispness to it, and so like almost like you bite into the apple or whatever, you get that crisp flavor, and that's the kind of hop character I get from a West Coast style IPA. East Coast, very rounded.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's it's juicy. Like it's like more like an orange than an apple.
Yeah.
So we can compare apples and oranges. All right, Carlos, do you have anything you want to?
No, I don't have anything more
Alright.
than what I already said.
Matt?
Yeah, I think that basically covers everything we just were talking about right
All right, Julia, do you have anything you want to add?
It's delicious.
there.
It's just fucking good, okay? God, is there more? Can I have more?
There is actually.
I think we can all agree upon East Coast totally beats out what's going on right now. And that just might be because we're so used to West Coast that we're sick of them.
Yeah, we got inundated with them. Inundated? Inundated. I don't know, one of those words.
Right, right.
One of those is the correct one that I was looking for.
Inundated, I think.
I was gonna say I think in makes more sense.
Yep.
Is that not doing what I
So
want?
should I open another one and pass it around?
And now the Department of Defense presents news with Casey.
That's me.
That is you.
Humans believe a lot of outlandish things. The idea that NASA is sending children to be sex slaves on Mars might be one of
Wait,
the
what?
wildest. On Thursday, a guest on InfoWars claimed that NASA had kidnapped kids and sent them to the Red Planet to be sex slaves. There are no humans on Mars. There are active rovers on Mars. Rumor going around last week that there weren't. there are. Guy Webster, a spokesperson for NASA's Mars exploration, was forced to tell the Daily Beast. There are no humans. The Insane broadcast on 118 radio stations across the country. The Insane Conspiracy Theory, which was aired on Alex Jones's The Alex Jones Show, which was broadcast on 118 radio stations across the country. Jones spoke with Robert David Steele, who said the kidnapped children arrived on Mars after a 20-year journey through space.
Is that what's his face? Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Jones.
It's Alex Jones.
Okay.
All right. First of all, it does not take 23 years to get to
No,
Mars.
it takes.
Second of all, they're not going to be
18
kids
months.
if it takes 23 years to get there. They're not going to be kids anymore.
Yeah, no, now they're adult sex slaves.
Yeah.
Which nobody wants anyway.
Fuck Alex Jones. Just go to the next story.
We're not done with this story yet. Jones spoke with Robert Steele, and we
This
actually
is who Donald Trump is fucking like.
we actually believe that there is a colony on Mars that is populated by children who are kidnapped and sent into space on a 20-year ride, said Steele. So that once they get to Mars, they have no alternative but to be slaves on the Mars colony. The 2 decades of travel would technically mean the hypothetical children were no longer children upon arrival, but regardless, this child slave colony is not real, so the math doesn't really matter. Jones responded to the outlandish claim by saying how he knows most NASA missions are secret and that NASA engineers have personally told him of the unbelievable things going on.
They're not actually that secret.
No, they're not allowed to be secret because it's a publicly funded program,
Like there's like
and it's very open.
like
book.
all the launches. Like everybody knows the launch dates for all these things.
Yeah.
So it's like they have to release those.
Well, because it's incredibly hard to keep a space launch secret
Yeah.
because you're shooting a fucking rocket up into the air.
About
You
as
can
sec-
see that for hundreds of miles around.
about as secret as it gets is with spy satellites, and even then you know when it's going up. And
Yeah.
it's a spy satellite.
You know, they just have government satellite on it. You don't know
Yeah.
what agency or whatever, but you know that a rocket is going up into the air.
Seriously, Alex Jones is just fuck. Why are we talking about him? Is the thing. He's just fucking nuts.
Because he insulted the greatest government agency on Earth, NASA, and so we have to talk about it.
Okay.
Right. Also, we now have Space Marines, so that's a real thing.
right. 'Cause
That's
that-
the one. That's the one good thing
Oh my
Trump
god!
has done.
Watching
That's not No, we don't have a reason to have
watching
space
Buzz
Marines.
Aldrin's face during that whole thing.
Well, and
is
when
the
he
great- oh, it's
makes
so
the
good.
to infinity and beyond joke, and
Yep.
Trump doesn't get
Yep.
it.
Oh god, it's so good.
Yeah, space is real big. It could go to infinity. We don't know. Well, actually, we do, Mr. President. It does go into infinity. That's
Yeah,
Right.
there
the
is
beyond
really-
parts hyperbole. Yes.
yes. It's the fact that you didn't get the quote, Trump. That's what happened.
And then he inserted his own thing though. That was also the problem.
Yeah. Oh no, he fucked up hard.
Just want this 4 years to be over. Like
It's okay,
seriously.
man. He'll probably the reincumbent usually gets it, so we'll get another 4 after this.
Fucking give me what's his face. Give me the vice president. I just
No, you don't want him
Oh.
because
No,
he's
that's not fair.
actually
I just
evil.
want to be done
like
I
not just like bumbling evil like we have
with.
currently.
Mostly, I
We can
just
at least
want to
make
be
fun of him
done
at
with
this
all
point. Did you
these
guys,
fucking
I don't know,
updates
like,
on
the
my
news,
phone.
but how,
like, Trump did
actually,
this, Trump did this.
Women journalists can't go in like if their arms aren't covered. Like if they go in with a dress that doesn't have their arms covered, they can't. They're just kicked out now
For why?
because it's the dress code, and it's really fucked up.
I think they're just like, man, what if somebody comes in here with like Michelle Obama arms? They'll beat the shit out of us. Contrary to what the children of baby boomers might believe, vinyl records are far from extinct. In fact, they're popular enough in Japan that Sony is preparing to restart mass production after
Yep.
nearly 30 years. A Sony factory near Tokyo will begin churning out vinyl in March 2018. The Nikkei Asian Nikkei? I don't know. Some sort of Asian review reported.
KK would be one word, like bebop.
Nikkei.
KK is one syllable. It just lasts a little bit longer.
Okay, Nikkei. Asian Review reported on
Nikkei.
Wednesday. The company has already installed record-cutting equipment at a recording studio in Tokyo, which will cut the master copies before they're sent to the factory for mass production. The initial albums will contain mostly older Japanese music, but could expand to include today's hit songs, which Japanese youth are increasingly searching for on vinyl, according to Sony. A lot of young people buy songs that they hear and love on streaming services, said Sony Music CEO. Yep. The company is searching for retired record engineers to advise its new record-making venture, according to Nikeke. I don't know. We're gonna figure that out eventually. Actually, I probably won't. I love the fact that they're
How do
going
you spell it?
Nikkei.
Nikika.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna point at you every time I need that word.
Nikika.
You could say it.
All right. I love the
Nikkei.
fact that they're going out and finding these retired guys. Like, you know,
We
the
talked
te-
about this on Soundwave last week,
Yeah,
actually.
like the tech that you guys are really good at. We're kind of bringing it back.
The
Like,
funny part about everything that's happening right now is Sony is the one that thought up the Walkman
Yep.
and also went into the CD drives. And now
you forgot about mini CD,
fuck mini CD.
I had like 2 of them.
But they are the ones
and
that
I lost them immediately.
they are the ones that killed off fucking records, and now they have to revert back to records because that's what's popular right now.
Well, to be fair, the record format is far from perfect. Vinyl is.
It is.
Yeah. It has this problem. Well, we even stopped playing records this afternoon because nobody wanted to get up
Right.
and flip it over.
Right. But like, I do agree, sound quality is a million times better and all that shit. But also, yeah, that's annoying when you're trying to play a board game and have to find a record at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, there's,
But it's also a lot of fun because
It is. It's a more communal type thing, and people want that. Like, we're all used to this instantaneous everything. Like,
and it makes you like stop for a
it
second.
does. It does.
At least they're not bringing cassettes back.
Yeah, fuck cassettes.
Right. Japan,
Even though people do collect those still
Yeah.
nowadays.
Japan currently has one
Really?
active record
Yeah.
manufacturer that makes limited quantities of new releases, but it often cannot keep up with demand. Nearly 800,000 vinyl records were sold in Japan last year, an
That's
eightfold
impressive.
increase from 2010. The situation is similar in other developed countries, including Britain, where revenues from vinyl sales briefly surpassed those of digital music
Yep.
downloads last December. In the U.S., revenue from sales of vinyl records was up 32% to $416 million, and
That's impressive.
that was in 2015.
I mean, it does, like, it's a very, very, very small number when you think of the entire fucking.
Well, but so that 416 is higher than revenues from ad-supported streaming services like YouTube and Pandora and Spotify.
when I read that earlier, it was Great Britain, which is very small. Is that in America too?
yeah,
now?
no, that's well, the America is the 416 million.
Okay.
Yep.
But overall, though, that's a very tiny number, which actually communicates a lot because.
The United Record Pressing Plant, which has manufactured vinyl since 1949, is reportedly planning to expand its operations in Tennessee, doubling its current production capacity. In addition to manufacturing commercial records, United also offers custom record-making services to customers. So I saw that, and I had to research it a little bit. For $1,500, we can get a run of records that we could sell for about $15 a piece, 15, 20 bucks a piece. I was like, wow, that's neat. But at the same time, nobody wants a podcast on vinyl.
Right.
Then again, comedy albums were golden for a while.
Right.
Like just like a BNS greatest hits.
The
on
whole
vinyl.
album is just 2 full episodes of like a
DOO.
whole recording of Tabletop Theater.
Right. No, honestly, it's probably just
That'll probably be half.
yeah, probably about half. But it's like one of those clip shows where it's just Carlos being like, "I'm jerking and driving,
Yeah,
jerking and driving."
just full of nothing.
And nobody
but
wants that.
context
Yep.
stuff. Yeah.
Just 100% lewd. Nobody wants that vinyl. Unless you guys do. Let us know in the comments. If we sell enough pre-orders, I will do it. Because why the fuck not?
The music industry is one of the most fascinating things, like, ever.
It's so volatile, and it's changed so much over the last 100 years.
Well, even in the last 10 years, like, would you have thought of streaming music really until Kazam and all those things came out and shit? Like, okay, we're downloading music now. Okay, we're putting it on CDs. Okay, we're putting it on flash drives now. Holy shit, vinyl's back in fucking fashion.
You know, like the fact that these old formats come back.
Yeah.
I still don't understand why people are trying to push cassettes. Because cassettes
I don't
suck.
either. I have no clue.
100%. You got to rewind them.
Yeah.
That's strike one.
Well, I mean,
Audio quality shit.
Sometimes they fuck up.
The
and
thing
it's just a
going with
mess.
vinyl is you got the sound quality. It's much more rich. It's all just right there on there.
Yep.
What the fuck does a cassette have going on with it? But people are actually obsessed with cassette. But they might have head start in us because cassette might take the next win just for the fuck.
But those the tapes can become demagnetized so easily.
Yep, so easily.
They will get caught in your cassette player.
Yep.
Because
nobody has a fucking good cassette player anymore.
Yeah,
either.
no, you got the shitty ones that eat tapes.
Yep.
And nobody has the quick rewind
anymore. There's a fucking
anymore.
cassette player in my parents' Jeep right now that I'm driving around. If I put a cassette in there, it's probably all fucking gone to shit.
It's just ribbon now.
Yep. But no, yeah, there are people on top of that right now, and they probably
at least
do
nobody's
have the
trying to bring back 8-track.
They do have the upper hand though on those cassettes right now. If people collect cassettes, because that's going to be the next step again.
And see, but is it an upper hand if you can just go to the dollar store, buy 20 cassettes, and just start recording whatever you want?
I really think it's
because cassettes were the first step into internet piracy.
Yeah. I'm thinking of it as Daft Punk.
Not even once.
Last time
nobody ever.
So Random Access Memories, Daft Punk's last album. They are like on the forefront of the disco, all that stuff. Right now, Arcade Fire on that next step of disco and the 80s and stuff. So people are obsessed with that. I don't know. It's just like going through progression next to the 90s, everything. You're right on the cusp of everything we grew up to, and we're gonna be like, why the fuck is this popular again?
Yeah, well, we're stuck in that like weird generation where people consider us millennials, but we don't consider ourselves millennials.
It's the worst ever.
And like we're fucking stuck.
When does the millennial like start?
Seriously, millennials are until age 36 right now.
Yeah, like 80 what?
Except all those 36-year-olds say they are not millennials in the least.
Right. Yes.
Well, and
they
like,
make fun of millennials.
Well, our generation, like the 89 to like the 91, 92, we're the last ones who remember having to like use landline phones.
Yep.
Not having internet at home.
Biking to our friend's house, knocking on the door, asking if they're home.
Or I like the standard conversation was ring, ring, ring. Hi, is so and so there? Can they come out and play?
Yeah. Exactly true. Exactly true.
But yeah,
I remember I was told once by my friend that I answered the phone really badly, and he literally told me like he wanted me to say, so you go, what's up? Like I'm supposed to say, I'm chilling. Hang with my homies, and that's what he wanted me to say every time.
Carlos, you hanging with your homies, man?
It didn't make any sense though, because like I'm clearly at home. I was probably playing video games,
and you clearly were not hanging with your homies.
No, because he was just calling me.
Your one homie was calling you. But hey, man, you're my only homie. I can't be chilling with them if you're calling.
It does seriously make sense though that millennials can considered a 35, 36, because our technology was not that different from theirs.
No, it's like, well, the thing is,
it progressed a lot from that 92 onward.
Moore's law took into effect, and everything was doubling super quickly.
But we are on the same cusp exactly them, but they consider themselves so much higher than us, which is annoying as fuck. Which I know exactly from the bar business. But
from the bar business, here we go. All right.
But overall,
Time
to 35, it makes
bar
complete
talk
sense that we are all on the millennial page.
Well, I mean, like we can all figure out all this new stuff. Like we're not like the older generation where like they can't figure it out.
Exactly.
Oh,
but we are also on the cusp of not figuring out half the
hell,
shit
like you're the ones that were always being told to change the VCR.
Right.
My biggest pet peeve is when somebody our age says, I'm just not good with computers.
Serena.
Fuck you.
Kelsey.
You know how to use a computer. You just don't want to spend the 10 minutes it'll take to figure out the problem.
The biggest thing is, okay, you don't know how to Google something? That's my biggest thing.
Jesus Christ.
All our answers that we find out right here in this group, we Google them. It's right there. first one right there will solve your answer.
Innate knowledge is not something you need anymore. You just need Google skills. Like if your Google foo is
We might be good at a
competent-
few things, but overall, we Google it.
Yep.
If you know how to get that information, that's more effective than like having.
Yeah,
information,
exactly.
'cause
Oh,
it's
yeah.
easier to have like access to it.
Yeah.
Well, which is why, like, remember when Wikipedia first came out, and they're like, you can't use that as a source. Now I see news articles using
Right.
Wikipedia as a source.
Or like the thing is, you can also just there's the way around it was to look at what Wikipedia was having as its own source. Just use that then. I mean,
Yep. Yeah. No. Use the sources from Wikipedia.
problem solved.
The time I found out that I don't want to be like the same age as like my aunts and uncles right now is when they were coming home from La Crosse, Wisconsin, for my goddaughter Scarlett's first birthday, and they got lost on the way
Her
home.
birthday. Actually, that makes sense.
Yeah.
She burst the fuck
They
out.
all have smartphones. Every one of them has a smartphone, but they didn't know how to look up directions, how to get home.
What?
Yeah. So they were going on their own intuition how to get home, and they came home like 2 hours late. I'm like, you have maps
Like
on your
you just
phone,
open
right?
up the Google.
And it's just like, wait, this doesn't commute to you? That
Well, the best part is
Well, if you don't have that, then you better
Google's-
have a fucking atlas. in
like
your car.
Google's smart
I know,
enough.
right? There's people that come into Emma's all the time with their fucking big map, like laying over the bar and trying to like, we're going to this place and this place and this place. I'm like, yeah, that's a really cool idea because then you get to plan out your trip.
But not for the actual driving
The
part.
fact of a GPS doesn't exist in their mind. It's
well,
I've
Because-
done it just to do it, okay, this trip is gonna be without phones. Use an atlas. And
Yeah.
It's awesome because you get lost and then you're driving through
Well, yeah,
like, some
and I'm
beautiful part
fine
of
with
the
getting
country.
lost, like totally. But
I
it's
don't know,
like
the thing
the
I like
fact
about
that you
the
don't know there's a
GPS
phone
is-
right here
Yeah.
that'll show you
In
exactly
case
where
you're
you
like,
need to
wait, I
go.
really don't know where I am.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
It's
what
just
is
like
that?
what?
Like the thing I like about the GPS is it lets me know where road construction is.
Yeah,
so I can just
that's
avoid it
true.
completely.
That's true.
Because I hate getting stuck in like
That
road
is the
construction-
biggest
or,
part
like,
about that.
the 76 detours that you have to take in order to get back to your original route. But yeah, no, I have this road atlas from 1985, and
Right. And my GPS
roads haven't
It
changed,
totally
right?
works.
my GPS isn't updated to St. Louis, Missouri's new update on the St. Louis Bridge, but your map from 1973 is going to work just fine.
Right. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like I understand the need to and the desire to get away. Like every year we go up to Madeline, I've started shutting off my phone and just storing it in the car
Yeah.
all week. Like, you know, you got the throwback to the 80s, man, and I zip off my pants and we're good to go.
I understand it completely too.
Yeah. But at the same time, there's a reason it's become a modern convenience.
Yep.
Because it's fucking convenient.
Yep.
Like I type in home into Google and it knows where I'm
Yep.
going. I have to type in my address. Like, oh, you going to work now? All right, here you go.
And
here's
then you
your
get the
here's your
choice
major
if you want to
delays
go
right now.
off grid there. You don't have
Yeah.
to just be like, oh shit, I'm off grid. I don't know where I'm going.
Well, so the thing I don't like about Google is you'll be driving along and it'll show you like an alternate route and it's be like 3 minutes longer. Well, fuck no, I'm not taking that one.
even though it might have been the best route to take.
But it's 3 minutes longer.
Yeah, right.
Not doing that. That's stupid.
I don't know. That just fascinated me because my aunt came into the bar the other day and she's like, "Yeah, we didn't know where we were going, and Grandma was getting kind of like confused, and she wanted to get home, but we didn't know where we were going." Like, did she know that we had a phone here that you could use and like tell you where you're going? Well, I forgot about that.
Weed enthusiasts in Nevada have wasted no time this week getting their hands and bongs on some of the state's recently legalized marijuana. The sale of recreational marijuana has been legal in the state since last Sunday night, making it the 5th state to legalize the drug for recreational
It should have been like
purposes.
number 3.
You would think so,
Yeah.
Good job, Nevada.
right? But there's
I don't know
already
if
a
it should have been
fear
number 3.
that rations are running low. Al Fasano of Relief, a medical dispensary in Las Vegas, told CNN that he saw 7 or 8 times more business than usual this weekend, with many customers being tourists from out of state. Medical marijuana has been legal in the state since 2001. The line is out the door, and the line just doesn't stop, Fasano said. People are there when we open at 10 a.m., and they're there when we close at midnight. That seems like a good problem to have.
That
for
is a
business.
really good
Like,
problem to have.
What are you complaining about? Like the Reno Gazette Journal noted the state made an estimated $1 million from taxes between Saturday and Tuesday.
Wow.
$1 million in 3 days.
That isn't. Oh my God.
right. That's ridiculous. Like that alone should be enough for politicians to be like, shit, we could get raised.
I'm
Like,
just thinking about like Portland when we were there. Like
that was the weirdest thing in the world. Like
Right.
just walking in and buying weed.
yeah, it was just like, but all that money going to like infrastructure and
Right.
everything.
What was it? 25% tax.
Yeah,
I have never paid that much tax on anything.
but I was more than happy to pay it.
I don't know, man.
It cuts
like-
out the middleman. You're just right there. You're buying it.
Yeah, we smoked a lot of weed, but we also paid a lot in taxes.
We didn't even smoke it all. That's the thing.
That's the thing. Like we would smoke. We bought like a bunch of different things.
We bought
smoked like
$75 worth of joints and
yeah, we
hard
smoked like half a
candies.
joint, and we're like, we're good.
Yeah, we're both one-hit wonders over here. But still, $1 million.
Yep.
Think of how much that can do for that state right there.
And dispensaries pulled in as much as $3 million in revenue.
Well, Nevada's probably already has some insane tax and income. thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and Portland does too because there's no sales tax.
Oh yeah.
Right? No income tax. No income tax in Oregon. So it's all based off sales tax, and so that's where it all gets rolled in. And so, like their income or their sales tax is already high.
Yeah, but you have to have other people pump your gas for you.
which is stupid.
Yeah.
Just absolutely. Like, I can pump my own goddamn gas. Thank you very much. Anyway, but there's still not enough product to go around. Part of the problem, besides excited potheads, is the lack of distributors available. Marijuana shortages can happen immediately after legalization because of
Obviously.
strict state regulations.
Right.
In Nevada, there aren't enough suppliers licensed to transport recreational marijuana to meet the demand of the dispensaries. The Nevada Tax Commission is voting on an emergency regulation Thursday that would allow the Department of Taxation to consider a larger pool of applicants for distribution licenses. And if they just can't wait for the kinks in the legalization process to get ironed out, the people of Nevada could take a trip to Colorado, Washington, Oregon, or Alaska, the 4 other states that have legalized the substance. But we're hoping Nevada figures out its pot problem soon, and its residents won't have to worry about sharing their stash.
I'm sure the legalization process to actually be able to sell is a pretty long one. I'm sure there's
Yeah.
people selling already, underground and
it's one of those things where I bet it's a lot like the process of getting a liquor license for the
exactly.
first time.
Yeah.
And then also you got all the tourists on top of that because Las Vegas is the biggest fucking
Well,
tourist
and that's the
place
thing,
ever.
flights to Las Vegas are super goddamn cheap.
Yep.
Like you can go to Las Vegas for the weekend for $150. It's ridiculous. And now you have all these people coming in not to gamble, but to smoke. And
But the other thing is, I'm sure Portland had the exact same problem, and Colorado had the exact same problem. Wherever else, they've all had the same problem. Like once you legalize it, everybody wants to travel there. Everybody wants to get it.
well, and
It'll just take a little bit of time to fizzle.
now that
itself
there's
out,
6,
and
I think once we hit double digits, it won't
Yep.
be because everybody will be within driving distance of one
Yep.
at that point.
Well, and also it's just like, okay, you can't buy it there. All right, you gotta wait some time until they can get some more product, and there you go. Now you can get it.
Well, and
Rhode Island needs to legalize it then for the east northeast.
Massachusetts.
Everybody migrating in Rhode Island.
No, Massachusetts did, I think,
Oh,
this
yeah?
year. Yeah.
Did
What
they?
was it?
Well, the District of Columbia did, didn't they?
They tried.
They tried. They
They
didn't get it.
tried,
I thought they
yeah.
got it.
Maybe they did, but DC is weird.
They are weird.
Oh, maybe it was Maine.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know there was one East Coast recreational marijuana states. Oh, that's right, 2017. Yeah,
Yeah, I thought so.
yeah. I know it was one of the East Coast states that starts with an M. Unfortunately, there's a few of those.
Just a couple.
Sales of legal pot grew
Oh, yeah, no, it was
Dude.
Massachusetts.
All right.
$6.6 billion in
And Maine.
2006 for DC.
It's a stupid amount of money. Like,
Think of all that shit they can do with all that money.
but they don't. They just think about the devil weed, man.
People are fucking stupid. Seriously.
Like, oh hey, look at all this money that we're just leaving on the table, given to drug dealers.
Granted, even a lot of those states that do get that money, a lot of them are still going to be doing this. So what they usually do with that kind of money, which is put it where they use it for other stuff,
it's
instead
true.
of not the stuff
Yeah,
that
but-
it should be used for.
Colorado's education budget and infrastructure budget have doubled since they legalized.
Which is the biggest thing we need, fucking better education around the U.S.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we can get rid of Walker and legalize, we might actually have a chance. Otherwise,
hey,
we're fucked.
Wisconsin!
Wisconsin, come on.
I'm glad that this show got political. Woo!
It's okay, we didn't get that political.
No, just about the things we care about.
Just a fuck you.
Which a lot of people care about, actually.
All right, so our
Fuck
discussion.
you, Paul Ryan!
So now that we're an hour in, we're gonna get to our discussion topic. For the
Oh,
day,
okay.
Right. So our discussion topic is two-part. First, we're gonna talk about what Hogwarts house is the best. That's important. And then
No.
there's a bunch of other organizations out there that need to be divided into houses. So
Do you have a list of these
no,
organizations?
we're just gonna
No,
come up with
just-
them as
we're
we go.
going-
Do you have a good handful of them at least?
I got a couple. Got a
Okay.
couple, 2, 3.
And can you
uh,
also list off all the Harry Potter houses when we start this?
Yes.
Okay.
yes, Okay. So we're gonna split those organizations into 4 and figure out what we should name the house and like what are the requirements to be part of that house. Like what are the the
Okay.
defining characteristics of the house.
Okay.
So we'll start with Hogwarts. So Hogwarts is Gryffindor,
Yeah.
which they're brave and bold and morons. And then
It's Harry Potter's house.
yep. Then you got
And
Slytherin,
morons.
which is full of bigots and racists.
That's not true. All right, so they're the people who get by
There's
on
no
being,
bias on this side of the table.
Obviously, there's a Slytherin over there.
it's all about being clever and ruthless.
And a bigot.
Some of well, that's
Yeah.
just because bigots end up in there sometimes.
Then you have Ravenclaw, which is full of the wise, the reserved.
They're supposed to be,
The
but they
best-
get
I
they
mean,
never do anything.
Yep.
The house-
The ones who stay out of everybody's fight. And then you have Hufflepuff, which just takes whoever's left.
Yeah.
Like if you're not good
Well, they're
enough.
all about a friendship and
Mute
everything, but that's about it.
There we go. Yeah, like Hufflepuff is like basically the It's Always Sunny of houses. Like they're all about friendship and karate for
It's-
everyone.
No, it's not always Sunny because like that would probably not be Hufflepuff.
No, yeah, that would be Slytherin. Though Charlie would be part of Hufflepuff, 100%.
I don't know. Some of that stuff he pulls.
Yeah, just because he kidnapped the short person because he thought he was a leprechaun.
You're right. Charlie might be Hufflepuff.
100% Hufflepuff. So
Oh, and Mac would demand just keep saying that he's a Gryffindor, but he's not.
he's 100% a Hufflepuff too.
Yeah. But he'd be wearing like
You good?
he'd be wearing a Gryffindor shirt and everything with like the sleeves ripped off, but like he's Hufflepuff.
He's just secretly Hufflepuff. All right. So Carlos, what do you think is the best house?
I'm gonna go Slytherin
Why?
because the rules don't apply to you. They literally do not apply
It's
to you.
true. It's true.
But they do.
You don't get punished.
They do too get. Well, I guess they don't because Snape is
Like
the teacher.
Malfoy literally had to go out of his way to ever get punished, and even then it was like 2 times he got punished.
He also hatched a plot to murder a bunch of students multiple times in the school.
No, he only tried to kill Harry Potter like a couple times.
Well, yeah, no, but
And what happened?
he
Nothing-
brought Death Eaters into the school to murder Dumbledore
and he
and a bunch of other students.
also was responsible for Dumbledore dying.
Fuck! Stop talking
And what happened?
about it.
And what happened? What happened to Malfoy? He still got off clean the whole time.
You're right. Harry named one of
He
his
walked
kids
off.
Draco.
Did he really?
Yeah,
No,
At the end there?
I thought
no,
he did.
he
no.
named it. He gave the middle name to one of his kids as being Snape.
Oh, that's
uh,
right. He named one of his kids Severus.
Yeah, the middle
That's
name.
it
What
was.
movie was that recently in where Draco's father is the bad guy? It's a very recent movie. I can't. Fuck. What was that?
I do not know.
Me and Serena
No
were
idea.
watching it. Oh, A Cure for Wellness. Do you remember that one that came out? Gore Verbinski. You guys don't know that was
I
last year?
heard about it, I just didn't see it.
It was last year.
Don't think I ever saw it. Man.
Well, fucking Draco's father is the bad guy in there. So just so you know.
Well, of course he's a bad guy.
No,
Of course he
Slytherin's
is.
not the good guys.
Me and Sir are both like, we recognize him from somewhere. Where is he? He has really short hair. And
No, like Slytherin is like just do whatever. Like if you're not Malfoy and like obviously evil, you just get a fade in the background and just get away with that with whatever.
What?
so,
You go for it.
Yeah.
All right, Matt. What do you think? What house do you think is the best?
well, I don't know what Hufflepuff and what's the other one?
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw. I don't know what those fucking mean. So,
So Hufflepuff is the one that takes everybody.
It's all about friendship. the
Everybody is
smiles.
left over. Like they're just like,
And
oh,
togetherness.
you don't belong. Here
Actually,
you go.
Actually,
well, it's not Hufflepuff. What's
maybe-
Ravenclaw?
Ravenclaw, they are the wise and the quick-witted.
they say that they don't ever do anything.
Yeah,
They're
you
the-
don't hear about them. Like, do you hear about them besides when Harry
You know what?
Potter's like
Hufflepuff
becoming
got
one of
Cedric
the
Diggory,
houses?
and that was like, so that gets them the head
Is that
up
where
over
Cedric
Ravenclaw.
is?
What?
Cedric is a Hufflepuff.
He's
Yeah.
a Hufflepuff. Who else is a Hufflepuff?
Yeah, but Cho Chang was a Ravenclaw.
Who the fuck? Yeah.
also, Looney Lovegood. She was a Ravenclaw.
Was she?
fuck
Yeah.
Looney.
You didn't like Luna?
You didn't like Luna?
She was.
What an asshole.
What movie was she in? She was in a movie.
She was the
recently.
crazy. Oh yeah, I don't like.
Oh my god, she was just.
We're talking about Harry Potter.
I know,
They were
but
in no movies.
all these actors are in movies and stuff
Yeah.
nowadays. I'm trying to remember. I just remember. Oh my god, she's in. I forget. All right. So basically, it's Gryffindor and Slytherin, right?
Yeah,
I mean, there's 4 houses.
Well, obviously Gryffindor because I want to be on the good side. So
just let your moral compass
Just
hold you
be with
back.
the brawny
Just let it
morons,
hold you
Matt.
back from accomplishing anything with your life.
All right, Julia.
I would probably revolt from all of them.
You can't revolt from all of them. You have to be in one.
No, I don't.
House elf.
House
would-
elf. House elf or
Moaning
Squib.
Myrtle. That's who I'm thinking of.
Moaning Myrtle.
Yeah. I'd probably
like
be Moaning
Lovegood.
Myrtle in the bathtub.
You're just hiding in the toilet.
Yes.
Can't use that women's restroom.
No.
Julia's crying in the shitter. Ravenclaw is by far the best.
They
First
should be
of
the
all-
best. No, I agree. They should be the best.
They
but-
are the best.
Moaning
They-
Myrtle is in Train Spotting.
Oh
The
yeah.
original
Oh,
Train
really?
Spotting. And Bridget Jones's Diary.
Ravenclaw stays out of everybody else's shit. They're like, man, Hufflepuff can go deal with that. We're just gonna
No,
like.
Hufflepuff doesn't deal with it, but like I get it. Like Ravenclaw, like on paper, Ravenclaw should be the best.
They
on
are
paper,
the best.
but they're not.
She was in a lot.
That's a
of
Gryffindor
movies.
bias.
Hermione should never have been in Gryffindor. If she had ended up in Ravenclaw, I'd have agreed
No,
with you.
Hermione
100%.
definitely should have been
Yeah.
a Ravenclaw
But she wasn't.
because the Sorting Hat fucked up.
Oh yeah, it constantly fucks up.
The Sorting Hat does not know what it's
Oh,
doing.
it's just bullshit.
like it should have put Harry in Slytherin for sure,
Yeah.
Yeah, it should have.
or Hufflepuff because he's not like I mean.
Oh, he really should have been in Hufflepuff. He
Yeah,
needed the
because
friends.
he's really not smart enough to be
Oh,
in
she's in
Slytherin.
Oakja.
I know he really needed all those friends.
Found it. Moaning Myrtle's in Oakja. The new show on Netflix.
I don't know what that.
Oh my god,
I
the
know what
giant
that is,
pig.
Oh,
Bathe in
Oakja.
the city.
No, Oakja.
you were telling me about it.
Yes,
Like,
I
yeah.
was telling you. You haven't watched Oakja on Netflix yet?
You have not told me about Oakja.
Oh my god, it's fucking amazing.
All right, apparently I need to see it. Apparently it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's by the guy who did Snowpiercer and The Host.
Okay.
And Netflix was like, hey, I'll give you all this money to make this movie. And she's in there and Tilda Swinton, Jake Gyllenhaal, and it's really great and amazing. So watch Oakja.
All right. Sounds good. Are we done talking about Harry
You
Potter
haven't
now?
seen
I think so.
Oakja?
All right.
You guys are making me rethink. Like, I probably should watch and read Harry Potter again. And well, now that I'm older, to like actually think about it. Because when I was young, I was like, oh yeah, sweet. Like,
Well, when you first
Harry
read it,
Potter's
everybody wants to be
awesome.
Gryffindor because
Right.
that's what the protagonists are.
Yeah, it's true though. Why the fuck Harry is not Slytherin? It's like, come on.
Well, the only
because
reason
he fights against.
they,
them.
but see, they
Gotta be a
like,
good
he
guy.
had-
But
had
why does
partial
he get to
time.
fight against?
He fights against like 3 Slytherins
yeah, the same 3 the entire
the
movie.
entire time, which means that the rest of Slytherin, everything that they did wrong, just nobody noticed.
Also, but
So is
Slytherin,
he in Gryffindor because of his mother or his father?
he's in Gryffindor because when he would put the Sorting Hat on his head, he said, "Not Slytherin, not Slytherin."
Yeah,
Like
but,
that-
but that would
I
that
don't
would
know
come
if
from
that's
his.
the only reason.
Was his mother or father
They were
closest?
they
They're both.
they're both in Gryffindor.
They're both in Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe his mom was in Ravenclaw. I'm not
So
sure.
how the fuck did
Also,
he
he
get to talk
was
to snakes if
stupidly
they're-
brave.
If
He
they
would just charge into shit without thinking
Yeah.
about it.
if they're both in Gryffindor, why does he get to talk to snakes then?
Oh, because he got
the Horcrux.
Yeah.
Because that's
because he
just
got turned into a Horcrux.
And why did that happen?
But the thing
Because
is, like,
of the killing curse that. God, have you not read the books?
what's funny though,
Like, do we have to break down the entire?
It's all in my
plot?
head, but okay, if they're both in Gryffindor, why is Voldemort,
Because Voldemort marked him
why did Voldemort go after his parents though?
because of the prophecy.
there was a prophecy
That Voldemort only saw?
that that Harry Potter would kill him one day. So
Well, yeah.
Voldemort went there.
Not
to try to kill him.
necessarily Harry Potter. Could have been Harry or it could have been Neville.
Yeah, but like apparently,
Why
in
wasn't
choosing-
it Neville?
And trying to kill Harry Potter, he marked
Wouldn't
Harry
that have
Potter.
been a great twist at the very end there?
Yeah, and that people are
Fuck
still
everything about
people
Harry
are
Potter.
still
It's
bummed.
Neville that beats him.
no, people are still bummed that that's like not what actually happened.
Wouldn't that have been fun?
Yeah.
Now that you told me that, I'm like, why the fuck isn't that
But
the
like
answer?
apparently, but Harry
That
Potter,
would've been great.
but Harry
Neville's
Potter was
cool.
the Harry Potter was the one marked. So
Still, Neville should have beat
Yeah,
him.
but Neville wasn't marked.
yeah,
And then we got the sad reveal that his parents were insane, and he
Dumbledore's
got candy
gay
wrappers
and-
for Christmas.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I'm sad.
yeah.
That was a bummer.
Neville
what was
should
our
have Neville should have been
What was our
Hufflepuff. He had
theme?
no friends in Gryffindor. He should have been
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't give me any bullshit about his hidden talents.
So we all chose what house we wanted to be in?
No, which one was the best?
Oh, which one's the best?
Yeah, no, we didn't. We never said which one we would be stuck in.
Which one do we all
Actually,
Probably
the
all of
best.
us would be just stuck in Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
No,
No, he's
I don't know.
definitely Slytherin.
no.
over
Like
there.
I would have wanted to be in Slytherin, but I don't think I'd have made the cut.
I
don't
think
I'm
I
ruthless enough.
could have made Ravenclaw. Maybe.
Like I wouldn't be Gryffindor. I probably would be in Ravenclaw.
100%
too.
not.
I'd want to
Gryffindor.
be Slytherin, but this wouldn't
Yeah.
happen.
And what is our goal?
To take over the world.
The goal for which house we want to be in. What is the goal at the end of everything?
What do you mean? What is the
The
goal?
graduate school, probably.
Yeah. I thought you were trying to go off me like, yeah, there's a goal to our
No, we
whole
have a second
discussion.
part of our discussion.
Okay,
You
so
just
our-
keep derailing me.
I'm sorry. First part of the discussion, we choose what house we want to be in.
No. The first part of the discussion is we choose which house is the best.
Which house is your best?
We already went over this,
Yeah.
Matt.
What's our main house?
What? Everybody chose a different house for which one would be
Well,
best.
what are our
Actually, I don't
houses?
think anybody said Gryffindor.
I know what. Okay, go around the circle and we go to our next question. What's
Alright.
the house?
Start with him first.
What's the house?
Oh, Ravenclaw.
So go around that way.
Slytherin.
Fine. Gryffindor. Hufflepuff.
You don't
say
have to. You don't have to. do
Nobody likes
say it.
Hufflepuff.
Just
it.
say
You don't
it.
have to take House Leftover.
I'll be Hufflepuff if you want to be Gryffindor.
Earlier I said none of them. I'll still stick
That's
with
true. Yeah.
none of them.
Fine.
Yeah. Rick and I actually got into a really bad argument on Madeline this past year because he was wearing Hufflepuff pants, and I kept telling him, "That's the worst house ever." Fucking idiot.
Wait, Hufflepuff pants?
Yeah,
How do you have Hufflepuff pants?
because he's an idiot.
I don't
No, how is that
remember
even
this.
possible? Like,
He had pants that had the Hufflepuff.
All right, next
emblem and
question.
then- Okay. So
Moving on.
You're not part of this anymore
what? Why not?
because she's not any of the houses.
well, but this is different now.
Now we're going on to a
This is
different thing.
completely
Matt. You're
different.
not making the rules here.
Fuck!
This
Get
isn't
the fuck out of
Soundwave.
here.
Give up.
All right. So there's a lot of other organizations out there besides schools that could, be divided into houses. Like, I mean, you could do government agencies. You could do, I guess, other schools.
But they're all going to be Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and
Right.
Ravenclaw.
So, Carlos, what is another organization that you think should be split up into houses?
Actually, I think we should take how about we take like FBI and CIA, NSA, like just mix them all together and then resort them to 4 houses.
What 4 houses would we sort those into?
Well, like the Slytherin type would be the spooks. They'd
So
be
the
doing,
CIA.
they'd be doing most of the spying and stuff,
Okay.
and they'd be able to get away with whatever they want. Who would be?
Can we call them the Spooks?
You should call them spooks.
We should not.
Why not?
We'll just leave that one
Oh.
out of there.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about like spooky ghosts here.
I know. I understand.
we
We're-
all understood completely, but
But at the same time, You made Slytherin even more racist than it already was.
We all understood what you're going for there, though. So that's a good thing.
Well, now we gotta come up with something else that would be like Harry Potter-esque. Like
What if we call them the ghosts? The phantoms.
All right.
All right.
So,
It's better than the spooks, okay?
So who would be like doing most of that background work to keep the organization running?
Oh, so what's the nerds
The
called?
Hufflepuffs.
No,
No, the ones who like do all the grunt work that keeps everything running.
Yeah, but like
Steve
all
Bannon.
like the data analysis stuff would be like
Oh,
more
yeah,
of like a
that-
Ravenclaw
That'd be more
type
like,
deal.
but they would also do other stuff though. Like I'm talking about like just the base grunt work.
Oh, what if we call them the hedgehogs?
I don't know.
Oh no, we could call them gophers.
Yeah, that's actually perfect.
Are we just forgetting about Harry Potter right now? and
Yeah,
actually-
Yeah, we're
okay,
making up a new
We're,
houses.
we're making 4 new houses for the U.S. intelligence community.
Hmm.
So the people who
So
like,
right now we have the phantoms and the gophers.
So then like the Ravenclaws, so the like who all do the hacking and like do the information and services stuff. Who would they be?
Possums.
The bald eagles, man.
No,
The possums.
No, they're not playing dead.
you gotta have something like brainy, something.
They're the turkeys.
What?
Turkeys aren't brainy.
Turkeys are pretty goddamn smart.
No, you're just making things up now.
I'm not. Benjamin Franklin
They're bird brained.
wanted the.
Well, you could call them
You're
like
not wrong.
You
You're
could
not
call them
wrong.
like the chimpanzees or the macaws or something, because monkeys are kind of smart.
Ooh, I like the macaws.
All right, you can go with the macaws. Or like dolphins, because dolphins are pretty smart.
Dolphins are really smart. Yeah,
Dolphins?
Then it sounds like there might be part of the navy.
it's true. Macaws
They swim through the
or even
Information.
elephants, or just call them oliphant.
Ooh, with the elephants.
They're
elephants.
oliphant.
With the elephants.
Yep.
I guess an elephant is very different than an elephant.
and then like
It's much
the
larger.
who the the brave ones who like do like most of the all like the face stuff for the
Those are the
organization.
Labradors.
Those are the gorillas.
Labradors is pretty yeah.
The gorillas.
Because they're too dumb to know any different, but they're just gonna keep running anyway.
Yeah.
That's the gorillas too.
I like Labradors better though, because it's more like the bright-eyed people that you.
They're the
have.
loyal dogs.
So now I gotta think of it.
No, like we got the I think we work together to get the intelligence agency out of the way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we do one more, we can call
So what's another group that we should have houses for?
it.
The presidency.
Ooh, just like the straight up like government, like the Congress. Actually, what if we just rename the 4 branches or the 3 branches of Congress?
Judicial, legislative.
An executive.
What you said? There's 4.
There's 3.
Yeah,
There's
I
only
thought
3.
so.
But I mean, you have 2 houses of Congress.
Well, let's rename Trump's house right now.
It's just the Golden House, man. Like you just got golden pillars.
the Golden
everywhere.
Tower.
Or no, it's probably the Golden Shower. But
Let's name the White House. Let's name the president. Let's name. Yes.
all right, so let's do. You have the judicial, you have the executive,
Yeah.
and then you have the 2 houses of Congress. So that gives us 4.
And
So-
give us a description of each one, please.
Okay, so congressmen there's 275 of them.
Something like that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them, and they just run into each other, and
Hyenas.
it's not actually a bad
That
description.
sounds pretty good.
It actually sounds pretty fucking
I was
good.
And when
I was
they
gonna say the
fail,
ant
the
farm.
government
Well, no,
shuts down.
and the best part is like the second in command of the executive branch is basically Scar for the hyenas.
He yells at them all to stop, but it
I
doesn't
think we
actually
just
work.
turned the U.S. government into the Lion King.
And then
Because
you
the
got
Speaker of the House is
you
the
got
VP, right?
Bernie Sanders and what's her Elizabeth Warren, and then you need a Republican that's really outspoken. Those will be like the 3 guys.
The 3 ones. Like
What's a Republican that's really outspoken in
Just- I can't even hear his name.
there?
Trump. Trump.
That's so good. So good. Because those are the main 2
Yeah.
right there, and I don't know who the 3rd Republican is right now, but
Yeah. So all right. So that's the House. So what about the Senate? So that's you have 100 senators. So 2 from each state. So they're more of a select group. They're more reserved. They don't like to pass things ever.
It's John Oliver right there with all his dogs on the Senate.
That's the Supreme Court.
Oh, sorry, that's the Supreme Court.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah. What? So if we're sticking with the Lion King theme, I feel like the Senate is just the giraffes that show up to the ceremony.
They don't have a lot to do besides vote on what we just passed.
Yep. Like we're just like, all right, we're gonna giraffe around. Like Simba might jump on us, but we'll just like tip our head back so he rolls down, like in the Lion King video game. And then all right, so executive branch is obviously the lions. Then.
Yeah.
Like they're the pride of the pack.
Yep.
And then the judicial branch is Rafiki, right?
He's the monkey dude, right?
He's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Rafiki.
Just Rafiki.
So is that Paul Ryan then? Even though Paul Ryan's a piece of shit.
Is Paul Ryan a judge?
No, he's not a judge.
Well, he's like the one that
He's the Speaker
oversees
for the House,
everything.
right?
He's the Speaker of the House.
Yeah, no. Then he's part of.
He's Rafiki
he,
though.
no. Speaker of the House is Scar.
I guess so.
Yeah, because Rafiki is like he keeps everybody in line, like, and that's what the judicial branch
You're
does.
supposed
Like,
to.
Oh, okay.
you guys are not following the Simba prophecy. What's going on here? We gotta stick to that. And then every once in a while they get real sad and they like smear over Simba.
This was our prophecy. You're fucking it up.
And we keep like looking for Mufasa, but he's off on a ski boat somewhere.
Oh, James Earl
That's right.
Jones, come back!
Oh, see, I was making an Obama joke, but
Yeah, I think that was, I thought that was 2.
James Earl Jones, come back!
Yeah.
I want to make it stop.
Funniest part about James Earl Jones, he's our savior with Mufasa, and he's also Darth Vader.
He's got a lot on his plate.
He's also
So
the
it's
blind guy in
exactly-
Sandlot.
He's
Like,
also what's going on in the world right now. All those people that hate Obama and all those people that fucking love him.
all right, guys. So that brings us to the end of the show today. You guys got an extra long one because we missed last week. So thanks for tuning in
I
and
hope you
listening.
enjoy it.
You guys have any comments or want to shoot in on the discussion topic about how we basically just turned the U.S. government into the Lion King?
So true though.
Go ahead and shoot us an email at feedback@blindnewstudios.com. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/blindnewstudios. You can follow us on Twitter at blind_ninja. And I'll see you guys next week.
Whoop, whoop, whoop!